Welcome to Highland in Age of Mythology Retold. In the blue color, we have a set player. Man, set's so popular. Joeybadz is maining it, obviously. He says it's the only god, so take that how you will. Going for a hunt opener on Highland, however, is a little bit strange. Actually, this is Age of Mythology Retold, as it seems. Oh my god. The painful parts of a beta, I guess. On the other side, we have somebody with, I believe these are Japanese characters, if I'm correct. Not sure who that is. I'm just gonna refer to him as the Poseidon Gamer. He's playing this more correctly, sending forward a villager for the dock. Needs a fourth villager, however, on hunt, and is gonna be pulling it in. But he could have just put down a lure here to act as a drop-off point, and you don't need the granary, because the lure is a drop-off point now. Well, it's a Poseidon as well, not just set. So let's reveal this map. Let's take a look at what we've got. Joeybadz is known for his absolutely crazy strategies. He will never shy away from a little bit of cringe. He will mass your animals from the Pharaoh and go for shifting sands attack with them, or he will permanently feed himself huntable animals. Maybe he will just go for a mythic age with 0 units and just huntable animals and just go for a big rhino attack. I don't know. He does weird stuff. It should be very entertaining. Fishing ships are coming out. Dude, Joey is absolutely going without any of this business. Is this gonna be a villager rush? No way. It's not something I would rule out. But Joey is going for this land style. And he knows it's water now. He does not care about the water. He says it doesn't bring enough returns. In Retold, fishing ships are significantly nerfed, by the way. At only 0.5 per second for income. Our Greek player is gonna be throwing up dock after dock. Very close to the edge here. Would have expected something in the middle instead. But oh well. Does the trick, right? Temple's gonna be yeah, Joey's hard committed to land only here. As for our Poseidon player, he's going for 9 villagers on wood. That is too much. I typically stop at 7, although you could technically stop at 6. It's enough income. If you want a faster advance, I like 7 because then you can churn out a few more fishing ships before you make the temple. Against the Egyptians especially, but the way Joey is playing, you never know what could happen here. He's nearly ready to advance, and I think his temple is gonna be on time-ish. I could only really imagine a land rush with all these villagers. The town centers are significantly weaker in Retold than they were in the original game. So they lost 400 hit points, but they did gain some overall damage because their second arrows always hit. Well, always is a over-exaggeration. You can dodge arrows in Retold, right? You just sidestep with your unit. You get out of the way in terms of where the arrow is heading, and that gets the job done. You can wiggle a little bit. There's still the whole track rating system that exists, but there is also an upgrade called ballistics that shuts that down and ends that whole mechanic's presence. Then you only got the units changing direction thing dodging. So you could see an arrow coming your way, turn right, turn left. Your units will be dodging arrows still, but you gotta have active micro rather than just moving units around. Temple's coming in, and Joey has Beta, as predicted. Do it. No! He's not gonna do it. He is gathering from his free animals And this is gonna be some form of fast heroic. If he gets a quick scarab out, he could technically end the game with that. That is, I assume, an armory. Very fascinating, Joey. Very fascinating. It could be also his other thing that he does, that he gets a bunch of siege towers rather than scarabs. And maybe he just goes up through Nephthys, gets ancestors, waits for a few siege towers, and then drops everything on top of our Greek player. It's very likely that that could happen. But our Greek player is enjoying the entirety of the water now, up to, what is this, 5 plus 9, that's 14 last time I checked. 15 fishing ships now, and more docks are coming up. That's a huge economic advantage, and Joey has to do something about it. He's going H3 through Nephthys as predicted, and he's going for the trees. Okay, this is going to be siege towers as part of a drop, and then he potentially goes mythic after that, leaving the villagers at home. Goes up fought, which is not a requirement. You could technically do this with horrors. But yeah, Meteor is gonna be good. Elephants are gonna be good once he gets Valley of the Kings, which is gonna make the elephants train, not just the elephants, sorry, all the Migdol units train 2 at a time when you empower the Migdol, which is a pretty big deal. You can also make them cheaper with the set monument being nearby. Now you can print out a ton of elephants. And then you go for round 2, second seas. Get the clairvoyance upgrade, do free vision. Shifting sands you'll have to pay for the second time. Oh god. Laggy. You gotta love this Joey guy. He's funny. But I think our Greek players had enough. Ramping up production on the front line, military academies, and an archery range, looking to rush our boy. However, there's a Scorpion Man here. If there's gonna be a second one, Joey, oh, there's gonna be not just a second one, but a third one as well. He's looking to pick up some relics. So he's found some Armor of Achilles for infantry hack armor, Amulet of Hephaestus for armory improvement cost reductions. It's actually just gold, gets half priced. Then we've got the Trojan Gate Hinge on the other side for wall hit points. And then there's that, the Adamantine Shingles for house hit points. A bunch of these got renamed, but many of them are the same as they used to be. Overall, really good economy for our Greek player. He will be going up to the heroic age, but it's a very naked heroic age, I must say. This is gonna hurt. This is gonna hurt a lot. Your heroes are out of position. And the Shifting Sands has the power to destroy the TC. The towers and the town center here are more than enough to defend themselves. Although perhaps should leave a priest or 2 home. Joey's moving on to the next food resource, the chickens. But he's still got plenty at home. He's clumping up right now. Vision is getting used. And oh boy, our Greek man is about to receive a lot of trouble. Here comes the Shifting Sands with the entire army, and the siege towers are gonna bonk it. That hurts. And you know what else is gonna hurt? The Scorpion Man stings. Oh, that does sting. AoE poison damage on the villagers. It continues while the villagers are garrisoned as well. And guess what? Minions are next. There's a bunch of militia. Our Greek player is forcing all the army back home, but is it too late? The militia are taking so much damage from all these myth units. Sure, the siege towers are getting hurt by the villagers and the militia, but I think the Ancestors' god power is more than enough to manage here. Our Greek player is trying to expand, but will that actually happen? The Scorpion men are getting separated from the boys. And if they find those villagers, Mr. Poseidon is in a lot of trouble over there. One more tower has been destroyed. Now this is spawning a lot of militia and probably will kill the siege tower. Unfortunate for Joey, but it is what it is. You gotta deal with it. Scorpion Man needs some micro, getting pushed around by those human units for whatever reason. Let's just retold things. Wish they didn't do that. Anyways, Joey is saving up a lot of gold. I think he might be thinking about that Mythic Age advance already. The boars end up actually killing the tower, or destroying it rather. And the Scorpion Man will eventually find his way to the next target. So TC is up. This does not get announced in Retold, so you actually have to scout that kind of stuff. I love that part. I wish that happened with the age advances as well. But maybe that would be a little bit difficult compared to something obvious like, hey, somebody built a town center. Right, the priests are not going to be able to make it against these Greek units, I don't think. Although they're pretty close to making it happen. Oh, the Scorpion Man just finds all the villagers. This is brutal. Oh, the poison sting is so strong. Holy hell, dude. Some of these are definitely dead. And by some of them, I mean 2. But the rest are pretty hurt. The Scorpions have done some work on this side as well. There's really not many villagers left for our Greek gamer. It's just a lot of food coming in from the sea. Got 1800 food almost. Definitely should have a market. Joey is already done with the Migdor stronghold and he's thinking about Mythic Age. Just needs to pop in these resources. The chickens were left alone. Where are these villagers going? Joey, what are you doing? What's the plan here? Alright, they're just going for the next cows. Oh wait, Mythic Age is up. It's coming. It's gonna be taught. Could blast this front base, to be honest, but yeah, I think Joey is gonna need some help for these Scorpions. Just a bunch of chariots, literally anything to help out. Pestilence is a great idea here. Although it looks like the Pharaoh is gonna get down this Cyclops absolutely no problem, taking out crush damage from the equation. The Scorpion Men are going to town on the units of villagers and the Pharaoh will be repairing. Is this enough to actually hold here? The Stronghold could still make units, albeit very slowly. That's what Pestilence does now. Slows down the unit production rate. There's no harassment going on the other side, but it's just one town center against one. It's really the ships that are doing a lot of the heavy lifting. Joey does not have gold. He just spent it all on repairing. And I'm not quite sure how he can defend against this. Maybe a bunch of Scorpion men would be helpful. He certainly can afford them. He's about to get a Phoenix as well. So as long as these heroes are toast, it's not like the hoplites can shoot up. The heroes can though. The heroes can. So you gotta watch out for that. Joey knows what he needs to do. He's getting a market. He's not getting gold, however. I would love to see him sneak a gold mine. But yeah, for a long time, the stronghold will remain down. There's no way this gets repaired. There's no way it gets rebuilt anytime soon. But yeah, the phony is getting to work. Did everyone just dodge that shot? I think so. Huh. Alright, well, it's time for a meteor shower, I think. After a hard day's work. You just can't go around being stinky. Joey's going for the next spot. I think this might be spotted by the fishing ships. Okay, here comes the Phoenix. And this phony is definitely gonna be the cause of a meteor shower here. There it is. Lands on the villagers. Downs the town center. Goes for some trees. The villagers get away, funnily enough. And I think it's spent. That was it. It's a lot of damage, but our Greek player can't afford another town center. Could be going heroic after everything is done. And that Phoenix has some easy houses to kill, but if only Joey knew about this gold mine. Sneaking gold mines can be very powerful, especially if your opponent is kind of turtling up like Joey is right now. I think this dumpster fire of a game is gonna face some issues soon. Look, these fishing ships are not upgraded, but there's so many of them, I'm not sure it's super important to. 3,000 food. Like, you don't need to worry about food ever again. And our Greek player certainly isn't. Every villager on the land is going after gold and wood. Which means town centers are coming soon, which means age ups are coming soon. Joey's in serious trouble. He's getting a little bit of gold finally. But with so many hoplites to go up against, his elephant idea probably will not be working very well. He's getting Valley of the Kings. It's pretty cute, I think. The way you do that is you right-click attack. And then whenever you have the resources, it will be started automatically rather than you having to keep spamming the button. It's like upgrade auto queue, I guess. But it can also gimp you. Phoenix is still alive, so all good there. The phony. Love it. I think it's beautiful. I also think it's over the top. Have you seen 10 of them flying around? It completely blocks the screen. Need to work on that a little bit, but otherwise it's fine. Alright, the second TC is coming up for a Greek player, or backup rather. We've got the free, I'm pretty sure Joey has Clairvoyance. So now we are doing another shifting stance over here to this location. And that TC is absolutely toast. There's an Atalanta ready to protect against the Scorpion Man, which is very nice because the villagers might be able to actually get some damage in on these siege towers, but it doesn't look like it's going to be the case. Town center's toast, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a bunch of siege ships. A Scylla has been made automatically because our Poseidon player advanced to the heroic age. You get a Scylla automatically now as Greek. As an Egyptian, you would get a Leviathan. So actually, Joey's build would have been better if he just gets a free Leviathan just for 50 gold of building the dock, or was it 60 gold? It's 50. Where that Scylla is gaining heads, although our Poseidon player has once again lost the town center and thus population space and most importantly villager production. But the hoplites are going to town on this Migdol stronghold and it will only last so much longer, although that one repairing villager is seriously fighting off a lot of damage coming in, but it's just gonna be too much. There's no axemen, and I don't think that Joey has anything left to give in this game. He can't make any more Scorpion Men. It would have been very useful, but these are now heavy hoplites. They have a divine damage as well, which is coming from the Ares upgrade, Phobos' Spear of Panic. Love that. That's a huge damage increase to hoplites overall. I think it also affects militia. Yes. Yes, it does. So you can't resist that. Another Migdol. Joey's attempting another sneak, but can he actually protect it? I think this game could be over very, very soon, as 71 military population is unlocked for our Greek player. If there was a market here for our Greek player, which I'm sure there is soon, it's an attack revealer, it's a market. If you sell some food, I'm sure you can go Mythic. I'm sure you can get Earthquake from Artemis and delete this base, and then Joey is toast. Especially if you run around with some Chimera afterwards. Where's the Pharaoh? You've got... I'm pretty sure the upgrade is done. Right? Valley of the Kings must be done. Elephant's gonna get absolutely wrecked by these hoplites. Bear in mind they do 25% bonus damage against cavalry units like the Elephant. I think so do the militia. Oh, they do 1.5. That is bonkers. So these elephants are not gonna make it. Neither are the Migdol strongholds. And all this is gonna get taken down. There's even a bunch of villagers coming in to help. They sure can do that. The kitchen knives are getting pulled out by Joeybadz in the last act of desperation. And Greek gamer still not going Mythic somehow behind all this. Spent all his gold. Oh, now he's selling. Now he's getting ready for that Mythic transition. He knows there's nothing else left to do here. Slaps down the first fortress of the game for the Greeks. But the villagers will be paying the price as this Migdol stronghold is sniping them. So always stay innocent. Joey really tried here, but I mean, just conventionally speaking, 62 military pop versus free. That's not gonna bode well. In fact, this next Migdor stronghold is getting taken down really quickly. I think there's still a damage multiplier against unfinished buildings like in the original. Not sure about the number. Perhaps someone in the chat can inform me. Well, Joey is officially toast. Just gonna get these towers down. I don't think the hoplites should directly attack. They also only now have copper shields upgrade. That should be probably bronze shields by now. But anyway, no doubt Mythic Age is coming soon, right? It's not on the list. But is the list just too small? No, it's actually not coming yet. All the other upgrades were researched instead. Okay. Poseidon Gamer thinks it's very likely he can just win this in the Heroic Age with pure hoplite spam, but they are Poseidon hoplites, so it's not that impressive. I would like to see some Petrobolos and another fortress to protect it. That could go a long way. Now that the towers are getting taken down, Joey just doesn't have many defenses. The TC, however, is getting empowered, which is gonna give a lot of firepower, and then he's building another attack revealer, also known as a Migdol Stronghold. Question in the chat. Recently started watching Spellforce free content of mine. Is there more coming? Yes. Yes, I still have some replays locally stored that I haven't cast, and people keep sending them to me every few weeks, so definitely. But right now, we're on a timer here at Age of Mythology, so I'm gonna get out as much as I can while it's possible. So a bit of a break for Spellforce while this is on. And then I plan to be Age of Mythology heavy in the future, but still do Spellforce as well. Why do I call it an attack revealer? Because that's literally what it says in the UI. When a building isn't visible and you're viewing the other player in this spectator mode, the game has all kinds of issues. Look at this flickering. So it's a settlement, that's actually correct. But yeah, it's not always like that. Sometimes it just... This is a siege tower that Joeybadz is building, also known as a Migdor stronghold. The hit points appear full, but they're actually not. So there's a lot of problems with spectating. We really need an everyone view in these replay modes for sure. Where you just watch neutrally without having to select a player, without listening to these stupid selection sounds. As a spectator, I don't need to hear the prostagmas. That's for players. Anyways, Joey managed to survive. It's impressive. It's pretty good. But can he survive if our Greek player just goes mythic? Which I suppose is coming soon. Fishing ships have been upgraded, by the way, so they now have 0.75 gather speed instead of 0.5. What do I think about Retold so far? I think it's superior to the original game in almost every area, but it lacks polish. So there's a lot that needs to be done with path fighting. Making sure that the villagers don't block each other from dropping off resources, the spectator mode nonsense that I just spoke about. And like, what is this panel? It's so ugly. I absolutely hate it. The god powers don't show when they've been used. I don't know how many times they've been used. I don't know if they are on cooldown. When they are on cooldown, it just doesn't change icons at all. There's a lot that needs to be done. I need to be able to see how many units each player has of each type. I need to see what they're making at the same time rather than having to select a player. So that should be both at the same time. I should have a button that shows me all the upgrades that they have researched. Stuff like that, you know? How many buildings of each type do they have? I don't know. I have to go on the map and count with my eyeballs. That's not good. Joey is literally hiding his villagers in the corner. This is a classic. Curse is gonna be used on the chariot archers. They're down now. So it's really just a Migdol stronghold here as the last bastion of defense. So many units strolling across the map, and finally the Petrobolos has been made indeed. Another town center or a Migdol stronghold is being claimed. It shows full hit points on this thing. It's not full hit points. Artemis is up. Okay, here it comes. Here it comes. Any moment now, we should see an earthquake in the main base, followed up by Chimera raiding. This gold mine does not exist there, by the way. Suspected mode also should take care of that, I think. These buildings are half mythic, half heroic age in their textures. This really needs a lot of love, guys. It's not polished. But the core gameplay is so much better. Holy hell, it's so much more exciting. The myth units are powerful. They have interesting abilities. The god powers being invisible is exciting. Having a big army is exciting. In general, with the higher population cap, you're not just fighting with buildings anymore. And Joey is toast, which is, I guess it means go next. Unfortunately, we didn't really get to see the Nemean lion much in this, despite having gone Aphrodite. They have a stun attack now, which is super cool. This fortress is absolutely wrecking the villagers because all the arrows are hitting. Oh my god. In the original AOM, only one was hitting. Polyphemus, I want to see her ability. God damn it. Joeybadz is toast. He was super toast for the longest time. Never really had a chance to come back after he lost his forward position. It's unfortunate, but he was really creative with his strat. It's a shame it doesn't work. You really need the water. But I think with a bunch of adjustments, this could surprise people, right? Maybe you don't go mythic immediately after. It's a little greedy. But what if you follow it up with more heroic age? The initial drop was definitely good. If you hunt down the villagers, I think this can work. So Joey, back to the drawing board, but I think he's onto something for reals.